You are not chasing wealth, you are attracting it. And the magnet is your mind. Not the surface thoughts, but the frequency beneath them, the vibration that lives inside your beliefs, your tone, your self-perception, your expectation. That's what pulls or repels. Because money doesn't follow effort alone, it follows certainty. It follows command, it follows thought soaked in conviction, not just what you want, but what you assume. And right now, in this quiet moment, you are shifting that assumption. You are stepping into a new mind, not a louder one, not a more productive one, a clearer one, a calmer one, a magnetic one. Let's say this softly. My mind is the magnet. Money just obeys. I don't force, I don't chase, I don't beg. I align. Wealth responds to who I am, not what I demand. Yes, because money is not a master. It's a mirror. It reflects what you believe is possible and what you believe you're worthy of. And when your inner world expands, your outer world catches up. You don't have to wait 10 years. You don't have to wait for a miracle. The miracle is you when you believe differently. That's the shift. Not louder affirmations, not more trying, not constant grinding. It's the stillness underneath it all that says, this is mine, because I've already received it within. That is magnetism. No tug, no tension, just pull. Let that truth breathe. You are not behind. You are not blocked. You are not broken. You've just been misaligned, trying to call something in, with a mind that quietly pushes it away. But now, you are cleaning the magnet. Now, you are returning to stillness. Now, you are making space for the current to flow, because energy doesn't argue, it just moves. And when your mind agrees with your desire, the energy begins to flood in. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You just need to become the frequency of the thing you've already asked for. That's how it starts. So let it start here. I believe quietly, but completely. I no longer beg money, I bless it. I no longer hope, I align. This is your new rhythm. This is the new field you walk in. This is where magnetism begins. Right now, right here, with one decision, to think as if it's already yours. Because the moment your mind believes, money has no choice. It comes. The richest people you've ever known don't always talk the most. They don't rush. They don't panic. They don't over-explain. They sit. They know. They expect. Because their magnet is tuned. They carry an inner atmosphere that says, of course it's working for me. Of course the money will come. Of course this is just the beginning. And that atmosphere, it moves mountains. It softens resistance. It draws in opportunity. It clears the path without needing to bulldoze it. Why? Because the field obeys the frequency. And frequency begins in the mind. That's why you can do all the right things. The vision board, the goals, the hustle, but still feel stuck. Because it's not just about your outer moves, it's about your inner permission. Have you given yourself permission to truly receive, to receive without guilt, without delay, without explanation? That's magnetism, the kind that doesn't ask, when will it happen, but declares, it's already begun. Say this softly. My receiving is no longer delayed by doubt. I walk with the calm of someone who already has it. My energy whispers what my voice no longer needs to say. You are shaping your field with every word, every thought, every moment of quiet belief. And the stronger your field gets, the less you need to do. The doing becomes sacred, focused, guided, not frantic, not chaotic, not desperate. Because now your mind, is no longer asking for scraps. It's magnetizing overflow. You are not here to barely get by. You are not here to suffer for your blessings. You are not here to earn your worth through exhaustion. You are here to radiate truth, to radiate readiness, to radiate wealth from the inside out. And that radiation is the most divine signal in the universe. When the mind believes, the body softens, the doors open, the next step becomes clear. So take this moment and align your frequency with fullness. No fear, no waiting, no wavering, only certainty, only openness, only magnetism. The shift doesn't begin when the money lands. The shift begins the moment your nervous system no longer panics in its absence. That's the real magnet, not the one that draws dollars, but the one that holds peace regardless of the balance. That's the mind that pulls. That's the field that glows. That's the version of you who no longer needs wealth to prove she's safe, because she knows she is safe. And so, wealth shows up, not to complete her, but to match her. Let that truth rest in your body. You are not here to chase energy. You are here to become it. And when you become it, you no longer attract through lack. You attract through likeness, because wealth doesn't come to the anxious. It comes to the aligned. It comes to the soft, the still, the steady. Say this with that knowing. My peace is proof I'm ready. My wealth begins in my thoughts and flows into form. Money responds to my clarity, not my chaos. Yes, you've seen this before, haven't you? Times when you were calm and things flowed, opportunities that landed without effort, money that appeared without explanation. That wasn't coincidence, that was coherence. The inner and outer in harmony, the signal and the substance vibrating as one. And now you return to it, not because you're trying harder, but because you've stopped resisting what was always yours. You've stopped holding the frequency of someday and started holding the vibration of already. That's magnetism, that's maturity, that's mind. Because your thoughts are not random, they're instructions, and when they're aligned, the universe obeys them. Not out of duty, but out of resonance, like two tuning forks singing the same note. Let your mind sing now. Not a song of fear, not a song of hurry, not a song of what if it never comes, but a song of faith, of expectation, of grace. Let your thoughts rise in rhythm with truth. I already am the person my wealth is looking for. My beliefs are a landing pad for blessings. What I think becomes what I touch. And so it is. There is a moment where the magnet becomes so strong that even in stillness you feel the pull. You feel things shifting, not because you pushed, not because you planned, but because your belief got heavier than your doubt. That's when money begins to move, silently, swiftly, certainly. Not because you chased it, but because you tuned to it. And that tuning happens in the quiet choices, the way you speak about your life, the way you hold your mornings, the way you respond when nothing seems to be working, but you believe anyway. That's the frequency of flow, and wealth is fluent in that language. Say this quietly now. I don't magnetize with noise, I magnetize with knowing. I don't plead, I prepare. I don't force, I follow. You are not the storm. You are the stillness that commands the winds. You are not the beggar at the door. You are the one who built the house and knows what belongs inside. Because now you see it, don't you? The magnet was never about being loud. It was about being aligned. The quiet assumption that you were made for more, the soft power that doesn't need validation, the sacred self-trust that no longer waits for proof. And when you live like that, life responds. Money responds, ideas come, doors open, people call. Not because you hustled for it, but because you believed for it. Belief is the real currency. Alignment is the real strategy. And your thoughts are the currency exchange. Every time you think in overflow, you magnetize overflow. Every time you think in lack, you repel what's already en route. So today, let your thoughts be rich. Let your thoughts be rooted. Let your thoughts be rested. You are not the echo of your old identity. You are the announcement of your future, and your mind is the microphone. What will you declare? Say this with reverence. Wealth doesn't intimidate me. I welcome it. My thoughts are a garden, and I plant only what I wish to harvest. Money flows because I no longer resist what I asked for. You're not just thinking differently, you're becoming different, and that changes everything. There is a certain beauty in the mind that no longer argues with abundance. It doesn't resist it, doesn't reject it, doesn't redefine itself in lack. It simply receives softly, surely, not as a surprise, but as something inevitable. That's what your mind is becoming now. Not a seeker, but a receiver. Not a question mark, but a landing strip. Not a skeptic, but a field of faith. Because wealth does not respond to chaos, it responds to coherence, the internal yes that keeps vibrating, even when results are slow. Say this with softness. I don't wait for the outer to shift before I align the inner. I don't let appearances interrupt my atmosphere. I hold my frequency, and the world follows. Yes. That's the difference between noise and knowing, between action that's reactive and action that's inspired. Because now, you're not forcing doors open. You're opening within and watching the outer reflect that shift. That's the real magnet, not the doing, the being, the you that doesn't panic when it's quiet, the you that doesn't shrink when it's slow, the you that doesn't doubt because it's different this time. You know it's different because you are different. Let that settle. You are becoming someone money feels safe with. You are becoming someone success flows to because your energy doesn't fight it. No more resistance, no more hiding, no more shrinking to seem relatable. You were never meant to play small to make others comfortable. You were meant to expand so they could remember how to do the same. Say this aloud. For you and for them. I don't apologize for my alignment. I don't dim my magnetism to avoid attention. I lead by example, and my example is wealth, grace, and peace. There is no shame in being magnetic. There is no fear in being chosen. There is no guilt in being the one who received. Because when your mind is clear and your heart is open, you give others permission to rise too. You become the proof, and proof is powerful. Close your eyes, just for a breath. Feel the space around you, thick with possibility. Feel the air, charged with newness. Feel your own being, not reaching, but radiating. This is the power you forgot you had, not to force wealth into existence, but to welcome it. To let your presence be the invitation, to let your energy be the announcement. Because you've remembered now, the mind is not just a tool, it's a transmitter. And yours is tuned to increase, tuned to overflow, tuned to divine order. No more begging, no more bargaining, no more bargaining your peace away for breadcrumbs. You were not created for just enough. You were created for more than enough. Grace upon grace, provision in the silence, abundance without apology. Say this with everything in you. I am not waiting for money. Money is responding to me. I am not chasing blessings. I am aligned with them. I am not afraid of wealth. I am the magnet that welcomes it. And now, let the shift become permanent. Let the voice of fear grow quiet. Let the habits of scarcity dissolve. Let the energy of lack find no home in you. This is not just a new thought, it's a new identity. You are not someone trying to become magnetic. You are someone remembering you always were. You are not someone seeking worth through wealth. You are someone whose worth created the wealth. That's the difference. That's the truth. That's the awakening. You don't need $1 million to believe in abundance. You need belief. And the million will follow. You don't need constant proof. You need constant peace. You don't need validation. You need vibration. Because that vibration, that tone in your soul, that quiet assumption that says, it's already mine, that's what money listens to. Not your fear, not your effort, your frequency. So hold the frequency. Say it again. My mind is the magnet, and money just obeys. I am no longer waiting. I am receiving. I do not need to prove. I only need to align. And so you will. Not by grinding, not by striving, but by staying in tune with who you truly are. Magnetic, worthy, ready.